sum up the expectation for the year ahead?
I think I know my capabilities and know what I can do out there. So I got to control everything that I can control and just let the rest take care of itself.
Does it look like you'll be in the rotation this year?
I don't make those decisions, so that's not up to me. That's going to be determined by what they see out there on the mound. I don't make those decisions.
Is there anything in particular that you're focusing on, like this early in spring training? I know Dave Dombrowski mentioned they wanted you to work on command at the end of the Phillies season. What aspect in particular do you focus on?
Yeah, right now the command has been a big thing this offseason, along with just kind of some mechanical things and just the body as a whole, getting quicker, getting faster, kind of getting back to the pre-TJ form where everything was a little more upbeat, up-tempo. That and then just, kind of trying to get play north-south and not get too rotational. Things go the best when that's how I'm throwing the ball and when I'm trying to backspin it and throw it through the catcher's glove.
Do you feel like last season was a little bit of like a post-Tommy John recovery still for you? You're still kind of getting back to your original form?
Yeah, definitely knocking some rust off. Everyone's always told me the second year back is kind of when you're going to feel good, and the most important part of that first year is kind of the health, and I think it was a success. There was a lot that I learned, a lot of stuff that I don't want to do moving forward, but things that you learn from. And I think I learned how to manage a higher workload last year, career high in innings, and kind of just learn how to stay on the field.
Was last year disappointing to you at all, not being called up and staying in Lehigh, or was that to be expected and kind of necessary as you continue to recover?
A little bit. I didn't earn it. I think that's the thing, right? It's not going to be given. It's going to be earned. So, the product on the field, I didn't do anything to earn that last year, and I know that. Everyone else knows that. So this year, try to learn from it, build off it, and come back this year.
Outside of you like you in particular and your physical health, what aspects of playing in the majors and playing in a place like Citizens Bank Park do you almost have to like mentally and emotionally prepare for the season?
Yeah, it's a great place, right? The fans are very passionate. It's probably the best atmosphere in all of baseball. I was lucky enough to go as a fan in 23 for the NLCS when they went clinched. So seeing that from a fan's perspective, it really encourages you, and it gets your blood pumping a little bit. So.
You mentioned, sorry to interrupt, you mentioned it's up to the coaches what happens to you this year and that sort of thing, but what are your goals for yourself this year, and where would you like to see yourself this year?
Yeah, I think everyone wants to see yourself in the big leagues, and stay there. I think that's the biggest thing. It's not only how do you get there, but how do you stay there and stay healthy for the course of the season.
Is there anyone that's taken you under their wing, or anyone that you've clicked with on the Phillies, starting rotation staff, whether it be Zach Wheeler, Aaron Nola? I'm sure you were familiar with these guys before, but since you've been here.
Yeah, it's kind of been the same as the past couple of years. Like this is, obviously I'm surrounded by a lot of great guys, and you kind of take little bits and pieces from everyone. Nola's been a big help too, and Nola's a guy that's been on the field a lot. Wheeler's one of the best in the game. So just watching those guys kind of from a distance and how they go about their everyday stuff, and trying to take little things here and there from them to add to your routine.
What's it like to face your own team in these live BP sessions? How competitive are the juices flowing?
Yeah, it's definitely for bragging rights, but you go back and look at it, and you're glad you don't have to face those guys in season. I saw Schwarber a couple years ago. Seen some of those guys. So. You're going to get exposed if you miss something. So, it's exciting. There's, stuff to learn from. You got to be a little fine with it, but it's exciting.
Is there any, additional pressure that you feel, or like what is your mindset coming into a team that has come up short the last 4 postseasons now? Do you feel like you kind of need to take it to the next level to help them get to the next level?
No, I feel like that's where you get in trouble. I think it's trying to do too much. I know what I can do, and I think everything goes a little better when I'm not trying to do too much. I think that's when stuff gets out of sync. So you can control those things that I can control. Take it day by day, and don't try to get too ahead of yourself.
What are you noticing different this spring? It's not your first big league spring, and so are the lights a little less bright? Is it a little bit more business-like?
Yeah, a little more business-like last year, and even 23. I got hurt early on, so it's nice to be able to go out here and just be another normal player. Go out there without any limitations, and just be able to go out and compete.
Is baseball still fun?
Yeah. It's a kid's game, right? At the end of the day, and that's what it's always going to be. I grew up loving this game, and I don't think it's going to change.
Last one from me. I asked you this last year because I still get roasted for calling you Andy Painter in a press conference. What do you, now that you're going to be
Yeah.
on the Philadelphia Phillies, what do you want fans, media, what do you want us to call you?
I mean, go by Andrew. Go by
Okay.
Andrew.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you can go whatever you want. You know, I was named after Toy Story, so that's where Andy came from. But
Love
you know,
that.
birth name is Andrew. So
Okay.
And what do you have any nicknames from either teammates or family?
yeah, I mean, not really. Everyone just kind of calls me Painter. So
Yeah, good
Cool.
stuff.
Well, thank you.
thank you guys.
Appreciate